By the name of Almighty Allah, the most merciful and the most beneficent. Today we are going to discuss about the contact force, non-contact force. This video is for grade 3. For grade 3 and also regarding the force, every student can understand it. It can be very useful for the student for understanding the topic of force. First of all, we have also delivered lectures regarding the force, that force is a pull and push. How will be result after the pulling of the things by the force, or pushing the things by the applying the force, or hitting the force, or kicking the or hitting the things by the force, or kicking the things by the applying the force. Now I am going to the today contact force and non-contact force. What is the difference between contact force and non-contact force? For example, there is a cord. There are two oxes.
Yes.
Then they pull the weight. This is a weight.
Perfect.
They are pulling they are pulled, but they are contact with the weight, with the cord. So when the ox will pull the cord, this force will be force of contact force.
Contact force.
For example, this is a person who is driving a bicycle. This is also contact force. He is contact if there is a cycle, but there is a person. They have no contact. They have no contact because they are not touching with each other. So this is the contact force. There are contact force, and there is a box, mass. There is a block. This is a person pulling it. Then there will produce a motion. He applying the force. The direction of applying the force is the direction to the motion of the object. Then there are another forces created, that is called force of friction. The direction of the force, the mass is toward the direction of the force, but the direction of the friction force will be opposite of the motion of the body. Then there is a person, another person. This is also the example of contact force. He is lifting a weight, carrying a weight on his head, but he is walking on the ground. So this is the example of also contact force. Then in this step, push the ground downward, and then ground will react on the foot. Its foot will become forward, go forward. Then this is the contact force. The head and the weight have a contact with each other, but the foot of the person also contact on the ground. So there are the contact force. For example, the second example is non-contact force. For example, it is a magnet, North Pole and South Pole. This is a nail. So they are not contact with each other. First of all, they are not contact with each other. When the distance, because they have some distance, if distance is decreased, then this nail will be attracted by the magnet. Then they will be contact with each other. So the second example is, for example, this is a boy. He throw the ball from the height of the house on the ground. After release the ball from the hand of the boy, he will be non-contact first of all, when he hold the ball in its hand, then was the contact force. When he leave the ball or throw downward, then the ball between the ball and the boy is not contact force. It will become the non-contact force. For example, there are some forces. This is the earth. The downward is the gravitational force. Downward is the gravitational force. Gravitational force, it pulls the things towards its center. It pulls the things towards its center. ये हर चीज को अपने मरकज की तरफ जो है वो अट्रैक्ट करेगी. For example, there is a tap of water. There is a tap of water. So when you open the tap of water, the water will be fall downward. They will be contact force. They will be contact force. Okay. Why this water fall on the ground? Why it does not go upward? Due to the force of gravity. Due to the force of gravity. Force of gravity will be attracted towards the center, towards the earth. Then the water will be fall on the ground. Okay. Inshallah, next day we will be discuss on the other type of forces. Wassalam.